Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Iranian authorities say dozens of people have been arrested on suspicion of sharing sensitive information with Israel. Local media reports that the arrests were made in several areas across the country as Israeli and US strikes continue against Iranian targets. In northwestern Iran alone, 20 individuals were detained for allegedly sending location details of military and security assets to Israel. Israeli media report that a fragment of an Iranian missile has struck a residential building used by the US consul in Israel. The incident occurred amid ongoing exchanges of attacks in the region. No immediate details have been released regarding damage or possible casualties. Israel's foreign minister has denied reports that the country is preparing to hold direct talks with Lebanon. He also rejected claims that Israel had informed the United States it was running critically low on ballistic missile interceptors. The comments come after media reports suggested possible negotiations with Lebanon and concerns about Israel's missile defense stockpiles.
US President Donald Trump calls on multiple countries, including China, France, Japan, South Korea, and the UK, to send naval forces to help secure the Strait of Hormuz, a key global energy route disrupted by the ongoing conflict with Iran. Trump claimed US actions had destroyed Iran's military capability, but Tehran rejected the assertion, saying the strait is only closed to enemy vessels. 2 Indian tankers and a Turkish ship were allowed passage, while others await clearance. The disruption threatens global energy supplies and food security, as liquefied natural gas shipped through the strait is used in nitrogen-based fertilizers. Trump warned further strikes could target Iran's Kharg Island oil hub if necessary. The US Department of Defense has identified 6 airmen who died when their KC-135 refueling tanker crashed over Iraq, while supporting operations targeting Iran. Officials say the crash was not caused by hostile fire. The fallen include MacDill AFB, Florida, Major John A. Klinner, Captain Ariana G. Savino, Technical Sergeant Ashley B. Pruitt-Rickenbacker, ANGB, Ohio Captain Seth R. Koval, Captain Curtis J. Angst, Technical Sergeant Tyler H. Simmons. The military is investigating the cause and reviewing safety procedures, while expressing condolences to the families and communities of the deceased.
Oil loading operations at the United Arab Emirates Fujairah terminal have resumed after a drone attack and fire disrupted activity earlier. An industry source says the key energy hub, located outside the Strait of Hormuz, is back in operation following the incident on Saturday. Fujairah handles about 1 million barrels per day of the UAE's Murban crude, roughly 1% of global oil demand. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says Kyiv is seeking financial support and technology in return for helping Middle Eastern countries counter Iranian drone threats. Ukraine has dispatched specialist teams to 4 countries in the region to assess defences and demonstrate how anti-drone systems should operate. Zelensky said the teams, each made up of dozens of experts, will assist regional partners in strengthening their air defence capabilities.
Iran holds a funeral for Ali Shamkhani, former Secretary of the Defense Council and former military advisor to the late Supreme Leader, killed in Israeli-US strikes on February 28. Shamkhani, a key figure in Iran's nuclear negotiations, had survived a previous Israeli assassination attempt last June, which left him with a leg injury. Formula One has called off the Bahrain and Saudi Arabian Grands Prix in April due to ongoing Middle East tensions. The races will not be replaced, reducing the season from 24 to 22 rounds. Bahrain's Sakhir circuit and Saudi Arabia's Jeddah track were scheduled for April 12th and 19th. Safety concerns, regional attacks, and disruptions to freight and logistics influenced the decision. The FIA and Formula One emphasized the safety of teams and staff as the top priority. Formula 2, Formula 3, and the all-female F1 Academy rounds in the region are also cancelled. Bahrain and Saudi Arabia are key financial contributors to the sport, with hosting fees estimated at $45 million and higher respectively.
US President Donald Trump has claimed that the United States destroyed military targets on Iran's main oil hub of Kharg Island, threatening to strike its oil infrastructure if Iran continues attacks that have halted most ship traffic in the Strait of Hormuz. In a social media post, Trump wrote that the US military totally obliterated every military target on Kharg while leaving oil infrastructure intact. He wrote that should Iran or anyone else do anything to interfere with the free and safe passage of ships through the Strait of Hormuz, he would immediately reconsider this decision. US President Donald Trump says most aircraft targeted in an attack on a Saudi Arabian base suffered minimal damage. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said 4 of the 5 US tanker planes hit in the strike had virtually no damage and are already back in service. He added that the 5th aircraft sustained slightly more damage, but is expected to return to operations soon, while criticising media reports that suggested heavier losses. Meanwhile, a missile has struck a helipad inside the US Embassy compound in Baghdad. Footage shows a column of smoke rising over the embassy compound. There was no immediate comment from the US Embassy in Baghdad. On Friday, the embassy renewed its Level 4 security alert for Iraq, warning that Iran and Iran-aligned militia groups have previously carried out attacks against US citizens, interests and infrastructure, and may continue to target them. Japan will begin releasing oil from its strategic reserves on Monday to ease supply pressures caused by the ongoing conflict involving Iran. The move comes as gasoline prices rise and shipments from the Strait of Hormuz face disruptions. Tokyo plans to release a record 80 million barrels of oil, roughly 45 days of supply for the resource-poor nation. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.